guys, today I have a video for you following the recent events of what has been happening with this man in his boat that shall never be named again. What I'm gonna do is show you guys how not to be affected by that boat. So if my theory works, then this should be able to make you avoid Hoover completely. So what I have here is my main account and an alt running on the same computer with the Windows 10 app. You need to have Windows 10 for this, what you need to do is get a Valve's Holler and a glitch. And the Valve's Holler glitch doesn't work right now. For some reason, I need to move this seat a bit closer. Or I set it up wrong. Could be either one. But let me move this closer and see what happens. I just want my body to be welded on the car. As you can see right there. Like that. So now that I am welded onto the car, I just need to swim like this to the Palm Island. And this may or may not be like, it's like a chance. There's a chance that your vehicle is gonna land and there's a chance that it's gonna flip. So hopefully we get the right one. Hopefully we're not unlucky. So let me just jump here. And okay, Valve's Holler doesn't work. So I guess we're gonna have to use regular vehicles then. Valve's Holler is a bit heavy. So yeah, Valve's Holler is too heavy. That's why I said in that one video about, I believe it was Palmwood, to not use the Valve's Holler because it would be too heavy. So change of plans. Let's use this car right here. I don't know if you'll be able to carry as much cave crawler wood of this strategy because you are carrying a lighter vehicle on you and a smaller one. So yeah, you might not get the same amount of wood as you can with the ferry, but it's at least better than getting scammed and losing all that wood. So in the end, I think this one should be able to get you more. Because we shall never go on that thing that we shall never name. AKA the ferry. That we don't want to talk about. So yeah, let me just get this in position. About. Come on, don't place glitch. Okay, it's outside of our base. Need it in the base. And the chair needs to be about there. Okay, so if this works, then I guess we got a working solution. And as you can see, this scrubby boat just left already, so perfect time to show you this thing. Let's actually prove that we don't need that white piece of metal junk that should never exist in the first place. But yeah, only console peasants use that thing. So let me aim. Okay, about right there is where we want to go. And we just want to go whenever Hoover leaves the area so we don't get run over by that chunk of metal that no one wants to hit. And let's go. It only works with the regular vehicle. The Valve's Holler is too heavy to do this glitch. So while I do this glitch, I'm going to go on my alt. So on the alt, as you can see right here, I'm going to do the same thing. I have a car right here, and I'm going to set the car glitch the same way as the main. And instead of proceeding directly, I am going to wait here because I need the alt to get the main back to the island. So hang on, let me make sure that I'm still moving here. On the main account. Come on, are we going? Are we moving? Okay, looks like we are moving. On the main. So let me hop over here to the alt and see. Okay, so the main is still moving. As you can see right there. So what we need to do on alt for now is get the car glitch and just stand here because we're going to use the alt as the ferry to get the main in the passenger seat and ride it over there. The main is using the vehicle and the main will reset as once we are on the Tropics Island, the main will reset. So let me switch the recording back to the main's view. As you can see, we're passing the Palm Island and we don't want to go on the Palm Island. Well, we could. Because why not? And you can see where Hoover docks. We want to go somewhere close to over there. So I'm gonna continue going on the main account now. Basically, we're making our own ferry. We're getting rid of that trash over there, and we're gonna make our own and use it. Hopefully this works, because if it does, Hoover's gonna be gone. He's gonna lose money and he's gonna get bankrupt, and we're gonna kick him out of his boat. So yeah, I'm gonna just let this sit here, and we're gonna hopefully be there soon. So we are approaching the island now. As you can see, this is taking much longer than with the ferry, but at least it's a way that we don't need to get scammed by that ferry. So I'm gonna say slow and steady is better than fast and glitchy. So yeah, let's just wait. Alright, there's the music change. Not sure if you guys can still hear the main biome music because that is the alt still waiting in the main biome. So now that we have approached the surface, I can now go on the grass or the road, just a flat surface really, and just reset and hope that the car does not fly into the middle of nowhere. Because this is still a chance, but it's not as big of a chance as the other one. Alright, so now that I just reset on the main, I'm gonna go to where the alt is right now, and I'm not gonna respawn that car. So as you can see, the alt is just standing here with the car ready, and this is our ferry that we're gonna use. It's our better hunk of metal that we can use as a lifeboat. So let's just slowly walk and just avoid this bigger one because this is close to the ferry level, like Hoover level. That one. You don't want to get in the driver's seat, otherwise you may have to redo it on the alt. So now let me switch it back to the alt's point of view, and yeah, okay, so right here, so you can see now that the main is on the alt, we can jump, and I believe the main will not take damage here. So I'm gonna just wait here, and aim for the Palm Island for now, and I'll see you guys when we get there. And the whole reason that I'm using two accounts is that for one account, you're always gonna have to be on a boat, like attached to the car to get there, and you won't be able to remove it unless you reload. But if you reload, you'll remove the other car there as well. So that's why I need to use two accounts in order to do this. Once the alt ferries the main back over to that Tropics Island, the alt can just leave the game, and that's yeah. So I'm gonna go onto the Palm Island now and set this ferry in motion towards the main's car, but not directly at it. As you can see, I can still see the main's car over there. So I'm gonna aim about at the edge of the rock, and let's continue for the second half of the journey. The slow and steady, better than getting scammed by Hoover one. So once again, if you're hearing the kind of funny music, it's both accounts being on the same computer, and that's just what happens. They're not going to always be perfect, so you're going to have some funny music, so I would recommend muting one of the accounts if you care, but I really don't, so I'm just going to let it be like this. And also that way I can hear if it goes to the tropics. Alright, so there is a music change, and I'm gonna guide our ferry, our temporary ferry, into the sand dock, I guess, because this is a beach, it's a tropical island, there's really no dock. So yeah, we have reached land now, and we've survived. Hoover's gonna really get bankrupt after this. So now that we're over here, I'm gonna switch it back to the main's point of view now. So the main account has just been sitting on this boat for the whole duration of the trip, and now I'm gonna go to the driver's seat of this car and get it, and okay, it didn't flip, which is good. So I'm gonna try to get it upright, doing that. So basically, just move forward and left and just do a bunch of physics-y stuff until you get it back to the right position. So what I'm gonna do now is stop by Link's Logic to get a store item. I'm gonna get like a wire, maybe like some random neon wire and a logic gate, I don't know, of some sort, and hope that the safari hole will work, because if that doesn't, then you're still gonna need to use the ferry for the actual one to bring logic items, but because I know for a fact the wood teleports. I'm not sure about store items and axes and all that stuff, but yeah. And also I forgot, if you are going to get cave crawler, which right now I'm not, and I really can't because I don't have any axes, but I know that cave crawler wood can be teleported through the portal, as shown in my last how to get cave crawler wood partially without fairy. I need to change that title though. Yeah. So I'm gonna drive this into the maze. It's not that far away. It's like right next to the main entrance, and why is the light not working? Okay, there's the light. I think it was probably because I was at a different angle or something and I didn't see the light. But let's go make it under the cave crawler, I mean the acacia trees, and go into the maze. And hopefully not get face slammed, because that would be bad. Or car slammed, or Hoover slammed, or whatever slammed. Metal slammed? I don't know, slammed, I guess, but... So, in the maze, I believe it is, you go right, like the far right, and another far right, like right here, and you follow the path, and right here at the joint, you turn left. And I believe this will lead you to the emergency exit area, which, yes, it does. So right here, as you can see, is the same hole that we have used during the cave crawler one video. The wood is able to go through, so I'm going to test if logic, and yeah, really just logic, because that's the only thing you'll really be buying over here. Like, what's the point of buying cars here? Oh wait, there are no cars here, so yeah. Okay, that is in there. It's gonna be a tricky, and I only recommend this if you're getting very, very little bit of logic, or you have a lot of time to use, like Code Primate that day, I guess, when I saw his video about how like Hoover scammed half the people on the server in one video, which is kind of insane. That ferryman really needs to chill. So I'm gonna just throw these two logic items down this hole, and oh yeah, we're at the safari with our logic. So this is the way to get anything at the Tropics Island, even acacia wood. Just put acacia wood in your truck and throw the acacia wood through the tunnel. Even elm or birch, which I really don't recommend because they're in the safari and the mountain. So, got our logic. We are not at the tropics anymore. And if you guys are wondering, put our logic under a tree. Do it in a VIP server. I'm going to make sure the alt stays in the game. Don't want the alt to disconnect because that will be bad. And now I'm going to reset and get a car over here to pick up the lost logic. Well, the logic that has not been touched by the Hoover at all. So let me grab one of these random vehicles I have here. And no, I don't know why I'm going that way. We don't want to go on a ferry at all. Hoover's evil. You don't want to touch it. He's a scammer, he glitches their cars, he does basically everything a bad person can do. Except for hacking, because he's an NPC. Well, duh. No duh. So, it's a deal. Lower the bridge. This is completely free with the exception of the bridge and spawning vehicle costs, which are, I guess, normal, which still isn't nowhere near 400. But we're actually 800. Well, you could freeload and you could long plink this, but I'm saying because the bridge won't scam you. It's not like it's gonna go up unless it's like 5 seconds left, but that's a different story. And so if you guys still don't know where the safari hole is, go right here, and I believe it is the first left. I remember seeing a giant elm tree right here. So at the end of this road, you turn left, and it's right here. The elm tree is covering it. It's right there. And as you can see, my logic that I dropped is right here, and I'm just gonna put these in my truck and drive all the way back. Well, not even that long because it's across the bridge. So I'm just gonna drive back to the mainland, and I have successfully got in a logic run without touching the ferry at all this time for sure. No Hoover, no problem. Hoover's nautical nonsense is just much more than SpongeBob's. So yeah, don't touch him. Hoover, yeah, don't touch the Hoover. And I dressed up as a better version of Hoover. He's also smiling, not like that weird face that Hoover has, so better Hoover, better fairy, right? Oh, wait, he's a different person, so yeah, that kind of works, because it's not the same one that was scam. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this Let's Get Logic or Cave Crawler Road or anything at the Tropics Island without using the ferry video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.